Hello everyone, welcome to Social Butterfly News. Today's topic is about the two Asian countries situated very near each other with a history of colonization between 1895 to 1945. Can anyone guess what two countries they are? It's Taiwan and Japan. We wanted to go a little more in depth today, so we have invited a special guest. Let's welcome the cross-cultural social issues specialist, Ms. Vivian Shao.
Hi everyone, I'm Vivian, and today I've been invited to talk a bit about the relations between Taiwan and Japan, as there have been a recent rise of tourism to Japan. I understand we will also be able to view some live interviews, is that correct?
Yes, we will have our reporter to interview both Taiwanese and Japanese citizens in Taiwan to see if their thoughts on the relationship between Taiwan and Japan corresponds to Ms. Shao's understandings. So, Vivian, I noticed that more and more Taiwanese tourists traveled to Japan for vacation last year. I heard something about it being record high. Are my sources correct?
Yes. According to statistics, 4.5 million Taiwanese visited Japan in 2017, regardless of weather conditions such as typhoon or hurricanes. So the visiting population is 9.5% higher than was recorded in 2016.
Wow, that is indeed a high record. But what is it that makes Taiwanese travel to Japan so often?
Well, according to the Japan National Tourism Organization, the rise is mainly due to higher number of charter flights from Taiwan to Japan, advertisements in Taiwan boasting of Japanese travel, and increased flights from Kaohsiung.
But what makes Taiwanese people love Japan that much? There are countless countries that we can travel to. Does it have anything to do with the fact that Taiwan was once part of Japan's colony? If it is indeed because of that reason, then wouldn't travel to China be just as popular as they are, colonize Taiwan, and speak similar languages?
Yes, that is a very good question. To answer your first question, the fact that Japan once colonized Taiwan is indeed one of the many reasons that Taiwanese people tend to love traveling to Japan, but it's not the only reason. Historically, racially, and geographically speaking, yes, China did colonize Taiwan, and most Taiwanese do descend from the Han race. But during the Japan colonization in Taiwan, the Japanese helped instill regulations to put an end to opium addiction, the outbreak of malaria, and other diseases. Yoshihisa Ame, an associate professor at the Graduate Institute of Taiwan Studies at Changrong Christian University in Taiwan, also said that the younger generation of Taiwanese students view Japanese culture as a psychology of perfection. In addition, Taiwanese people don't harbor as much ill will towards Japan as Korea and China, based on Japan's past military aggression towards both countries.
Well, that does answer my questions, and it leads me to wonder if people in Taiwan really do feel the same way as you and other experts suggest. Let's turn to our reporter and see what they have from both Taiwanese and Japanese citizens in Taiwan. Here's Elaine reporting live. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Elaine, and today I'm with Taiwanese citizen Shelley to ask her some questions about traveling to Taiwan. Hi, Shelley.
Hi.
And according to statistics, Japan is Taiwanese favorite country for traveling. What do you think about this? Have you ever been to Japan?
Yes, and I'm not so surprised by this result because many of my friends have been to Japan and they have a very nice travel experience there. And for myself, I have been to Japan twice, and the first time I went to Kyoto and Osaka, and the first time to Tokyo.
And today I am here with Japanese citizen Yumiko to ask her a few questions regarding travel to Taiwan. Hi, Yumiko.
Hi.
And according to statistics, Taiwan is Japan's favorite country for traveling. What do you think about this? Have you ever traveled to Taiwan?
I get surprised for the first time is here, but because the Sapporo is where I live in is full of the tourists, especially Chinese speakers, and only one time I was trip in Taipei, and now I'm here as exchange student.
And why did you decide to go to Japan? Is it because you love Japanese culture, scenery, or food?
For me, first of all, it takes only less than 3 hours flight from Taiwan to Japan, and there are many trip flights provided on the website, so I can book it very easily. And the second is for the safety problem, because if you are the first time you have been to Japan, I would recommend you to go to Japan because the crime rate is really low. And the third reason is that there are many interesting festivals in the Japanese, and you can attend any seasons. So I think it's a very cultural diversity place to visit.
And why did you decide to travel to Taiwan? Is it because you love Taiwanese culture, food, or scenery?
I think that for Japanese, Taiwan is one of the easiest countries for trip because one of the reasons is a flight between these countries is very low price more than the other countries one. And the another one is that Taiwanese people are very kind. Yeah, and because Japanese, all Japanese we know that. So because very important for Japanese because the Japanese regard the safety in foreign countries as important. And moreover, Taiwanese food is very very delicious. So I decided to trip Taiwan.
There is a chance for you to recommend Japan for others. What are the 3 major reasons for you to recommend this country?
So first of all, I think it costs not much time and money to visit Japan. And the second reason is that Japanese are very polite and friendly, so you will be treated like a very VIP guest in Japan. And the third reason is that Japanese food is really good, so I would like to recommend Japan to other people.
And if there's a chance for you to recommend Taiwan to others, and what are the 3 major reasons you would recommend?
Okay. First, the flight is very low price between these countries more than other countries want. And the second reason is transportation in Taipei is very clear and easy to use. Taiwan subway and buses have an application, so for the first time the trip, the tourists can use this and ride on easily. And the final point is absolutely Taiwanese people. Taiwanese people are very very kindful for Japanese, and they are very friendly also. Yeah. So if in trouble for a trip, maybe Taiwanese people help us. And for my time, for my trip, the Taiwanese people will help and led to the shop store. Yeah. So I think that for the trip in Taiwan, the tourists never feel uncomfortable or experience the wonderful and awesome trip. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Elaine, for giving us these detailed interviews. So, we can tell from these interviews that both Taiwanese and Japanese love traveling to each other's countries. These are indeed the recent travel situations, but will they remain the same in 5 or even 10 years from now?
Well, no one can know for sure, but I feel like with more and more tourism channels between these two countries, for example, the recent allowance of using Taiwanese easy cards in Okinawa, these policies will more or less increase tourists' inclinations towards vacationing in between Taiwan and Japan.
Thank you, Vivian, for all the information you just shared with us. I believe that after watching Social Butterfly News, all of you have a deeper understanding towards tourism between Taiwan and Japan. So, that's it for today's show. Thanks again, and see you next time. Bye!